Once upon a time in the Kingdom of Serenity, there lived a young prince named Siddhartha. Despite being raised in a luxurious palace, Siddhartha was deeply troubled by the suffering he observed beyond its walls. He noticed the old and sickly people in the streets, the poor struggling to survive, and the cries of animals being mistreated. Siddhartha's heart was heavy with empathy, and he felt an overwhelming desire to find a way to alleviate the suffering of his people. One night, unable to sleep, Siddhartha decided to venture out of the palace in disguise to explore the city and witness the reality of his kingdom. He encountered a frail old man struggling to walk, a sight he had never seen before. Next, he saw a sick man lying in agony on the roadside. And further on, he witnessed the pain of a mourning family who had lost a loved one. Saddened and troubled by these scenes, Siddhartha returned to the palace with a determination to seek the answers he so desperately sought. The young prince consulted with the kingdom's scholars and priests, but none could offer him a satisfactory explanation for the existence of suffering. In his quest for understanding, Siddhartha met a wandering monk who radiated peace and contentment. This monk, known as Upasaka, had traveled far and wide, seeking the truth of human existence. Intrigued by Upasaka's aura of wisdom, Siddhartha sought his counsel. The monk smiled warmly at the prince and said, "Your Highness, suffering is an integral part of life. It is caused by desires, attachment, and ignorance. The path to alleviate suffering lies in cultivating compassion, wisdom, and detachment from the material world." Siddhartha listened intently to the monk's words and realized that he must follow his heart and venture beyond the palace walls to truly understand the nature of suffering and the ways to end it. One moonlit night, with a heavy heart and a determined spirit, Siddhartha bid farewell to his family and embarked on a journey into the unknown. For years, Siddhartha wandered the forests, meditated under sacred trees, and sought the guidance of wise sages and hermits. He practiced self-discipline, reflecting on the nature of existence and delving deep into the depths of his own mind. Through his journey, he learned the value of compassion, the impermanence of life, and the interconnectedness of all living beings. One day, while meditating under a banyan tree, Siddhartha experienced a profound state of enlightenment. He realized the Four Noble Truths: the truth of suffering, the origin of suffering, the cessation of suffering, and the path to the cessation of suffering. This awakening transformed Siddhartha into the Buddha, the awakened one, filled with compassion and understanding. The Buddha returned to the Kingdom of Serenity to share his wisdom with the people. He taught them the path to enlightenment and the ways to overcome suffering through the practice of loving kindness and mindfulness. Under the Buddha's guidance, the kingdom prospered not only materially, but also spiritually. The people embraced the teachings, and their hearts were filled with compassion and understanding for one another. The Kingdom of Serenity became a place of peace and harmony, all thanks to the compassionate prince who became a revered teacher and a symbol of wisdom and love.